What's going on, you guys? What's going on? What is going on? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and I have my boy Josiah's World TV here, and we're here for a new episode of Roasted Review. We're here to talk about Belle Collective Season 8, the reunion part 1. Now, I know you guys are probably going to ask, so let me go ahead and answer the question. T is not here tonight. However, he did tell us last night, after we did the panel last night about the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion fashions, that he would try to show up, but it would only depend on what's going on with the scheduling of his dialysis. So we kind of knew that there was a possibility that he would not be able to be here tonight. But we're gonna truck along with just the two of us right about now. We got to keep the show going. And next week we'll be over on T's page to close out this season of Belle Collective. Now, y'all know we ain't did no roasted review in a couple of weeks. Mainly because the episodes, yes, the episodes really ain't been given. Like the last few episodes wasn't given. So we decided that okay, we're just gonna hold off on this until the reunion comes, and then we can close out the season that way, because it was already a lot going on anyway. Like I think we already had the Whether You Like It or Not panel, and then the Chasing panel was back, and then they have the Heart and Hustle panel. I think I was tied up on Tuesdays anyway, so it had gotten to the point where we don't know where we're gonna put this. So we had to figure out how we was gonna do it. So, but then when the show really wasn't given, it was kind of like, okay, why are we forcing this panel right now? We're not even enjoying talking about this show because it's not good. And on top of that, the panels were now under an hour long, which is a problem.
Exactly.
So we know when we do roast review, we know them to go over an hour. But just looking back at the last few panels that we did do, we were barely talking about the show. We was really talking about, we was getting all off topic, talking about this, talking about that. Just to keep the
Reminiscing
show
on our
going.
favorite shows and stuff.
Right, reminiscing on our favorite shows, not even talking about this show. So, we kind of ventured off into other places. So we was like, oh, wait a minute, y'all. We was like, nah, we'll just come back for when the reunion comes on. We'll just come back for that, and then we'll turn it around with it. So that's why we're here. Josiah, as I said already, he was having tech issues. He's on his phone right now until he gets
Which is so annoying. I spent all this money on new equipment only for it to be cutting up the way it do. Make it make sense.
exactly.
Screw
You
you,
know what I'm
Target.
saying?
Probably that's the ancestor of the smell. That's what your ass get from shopping at Target. Damn
someone
it.
said someone says in the comments, I like when y'all go off topic. Well, we appreciate that. People be getting mad at us sometimes when we go all off topic. They be like, oh, they can't stay on topic. They can't never stay on topic. But when you having fun, I mean, we're not gonna stay on topic when we having fun. I mean,
Exactly.
it's just what it is. Like when you really enjoy doing the show like this, you're gonna venture off into different other aspects of conversation. So it's really, nothing. We could do that. You feel what I'm saying? So
They're gonna have to just get used to it, honestly.
yeah, I mean, because really, it's really not that deep. But sometimes people be making shit deeper than what it really is, just so I can have a reason to complain. And I just, at this point, I don't be giving a fuck. So I just like, I just laugh at it. But sometimes people think that because you bringing something up, that actually means that you care. No, I'm bringing it up because it's funny.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Which is a
So
key.
yeah, it's a key to me when I see people complaining about shit. So it's just like,
They'll
whatever.
be listen. At the end of the day, they'll be okay. And the reason why I say that is because when the show don't be giving, y'all like when we be talking all top, and y'all love when for some reason they love when I tell my little business up here. So
Of course they do. But we'll get more into you telling your business when we do our podcast. I guess we could take out the time to
great,
talk about that real
great
quick.
cross
But
promotion,
yes,
absolutely.
I guess we could take out the time to talk about that real quick before we actually talk about Belle Collective. And
Absolutely.
now
Testing 1, 2, 3.
we
Mhm.
are we are about to start recording our podcast, and it's going to be called the Bestie Chat Podcast. Now, when we're going to release it, we're going to discuss that. But we're about to get started on that, and you'll probably see us working on it um on the scene ATL. Like, I intend on showing it. But other than that, Josiah, what do you have to say about it before we get started? Like, what are your thoughts on the whole podcast itself and the things that you intend on doing with it?
Yeah, of course. So there's so many different elements of my life that y'all don't know. I sit up here, sit on these panels, I troll, we kiki, we have a good time, but there's so many different elements and I have so much wisdom. I know the joke is Dr. Josiah Bryan, but I might as well be a damn doctor in life through the stuff that I went through in my, just overcoming and going through. So I'm so excited. Excited to kind of dig in on a more deeper levels when it comes to friendships, relationships. Talking about our favorite music, and this would be in person, and the vibe would be vibing. Sometimes, when the liquor be flowing, you know, hey, you better be careful. We might tell a little bit too much. I'm just playing, but it's definitely called Bestie Chat, and I'm excited. It's gonna be something different. I'm not gonna tell y'all the whole outline how we're doing it, but it's going to be something really different. And I can't wait till we start getting to the point where we have guests and just talking about real life stuff. Some of y'all might be surprised by some of my views because I don't really keep my opinion. I keep my opinions to myself about certain stuff. So I know y'all. Hopefully, y'all still like me after this podcast because I'm very conservative when it comes to stuff. So
Well, I will say that I'm very excited about it because I think with this podcast, I think y'all see me and Josiah's friendship over the panels, but I think you will be diving deeper into why we're so close on the podcast. Like,
oh yeah,
you'll understand it better. You know what I mean? So I think that with the podcast, you would definitely get to know more about Josiah as well as more about the dynamics of Scotty and Josiah and the friendship that we have. Because I think that people tend to believe that YouTubers, and I say this all the time, not to sound repetitive, because when you say some of the same things more than once,
hmm
you're repetitive. But I think that people really do turn their nose up or really be downplaying the fact that YouTubers can meet, collaborate, and become real, genuine friends. And I've been knowing Josiah since 2020. Well, I knew of him before that because he was doing content, and he was a supporter of my platform. But we started working together in 2020, and
uh-huh.
it just quickly flourished into a relationship, like a friendship, like a real friendship. And I really want to say that we started, I think once we met in person, we really got even closer once we met in person.
Absolutely. And like I said, I know we're gonna talk about it in the future and stuff, but there has been
Hmm.
so much growth between we first met, between both of us. I mean, the 2020 version of me wouldn't touch a torch to the 2026 version of me. And likewise, the 2020 version of you wouldn't touch a torch to the 2026 version
That's true.
of you, so we have both grown so much. Our mindsets has matured. We have different perspectives. I know I have matured as far as how I handle certain things. My emotional intelligence has definitely grow up, and not everybody gets that. Not everybody gets to grow their emotional intelligence. Some people might be 60 and still have a mindset of a 12-year-old. So it's really grateful to just have that. And I'm excited for what we're going to be able to talk about and share with y'all.
Yes, I'm very excited about that. So once we get everything, like once we start taping it, because we'll be doing it in person. So
Yes.
once we start taping it and once we really figure out when we want to put it out, then we're gonna get more into that once the time comes. But I'm very excited about that. Now before we get into the show, I see DB's question, and she asked, has there been any drama on the scene yet? Girl, yes, it's already some, but I ain't in
Listen, if you, Josiah, shut up.
it.
I was going to say, the returning cast, of the first who of season one, who was causing the most drama, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. You know, Look, it's the same shit, different day.
Yeah, but this time there's new people in the mix, so it's drama. It's drama already. But I ain't in none of it.
Shout
Okay,
out to the ghetto gays of
shout
Atlanta.
out to the ghetto gays of Atlanta, but
The
Scotty ain't in no
ghetto
motherfucking
gays of
drama. Scotty
Atlanta.
ain't in no drama. Now the only thing that I can tell y'all is that they bring it to me a lot. Like everybody brings everything to me, but they don't. They don't try to put me in it. But right now, I'm not really in no drama. I just been, just telling my real life and what's going on in my life, and literally just continuously showing my relationship, showing the ups and the downs of it, because there ain't no relationship perfect. Now we do have our moments where we have a rough point.
Hmm.
We're showing all of those things. There may be a moment where you're gonna see a moment where I messed up in a certain area where I probably did something wrong, and he had to correct me on me being wrong. Or you may see some things where we both admit that there's some things that we have to grow in or change or improve. Like everything ain't always happy. Granted, overall we're happy, but there are some things that we is growing pains in relationships, especially when you are 6 months in. You're just 6 months into the relationship. You feel what I'm saying? So it's gonna be
Absolutely.
it's gonna be something, and then you're gonna see my hold on, y'all, wait a minute. Nope. Nope. No. Take you out. Okay. You still there, Josiah?
Yes, I'm still here. Sorry, y'all.
Okay.
Y'all just bear with me. Look, this is a hood live today because we still testing it. I'm still trying to figure this shit out.
Right. But yeah, so it's you're gonna see a lot from me this time on, like when I told you guys I was depressed and stuff, and how I almost took my own life last year. We was literally filming as that was we was filming as that was going on. Like I think because I seen a scene that I had done with Delon, and it was so eerie, Josiah, because I did
Mm.
that scene with Delon, and that very next day was the day that you got that phone call from me about what I almost did. So that was literally the day before.
Wow.
So watching it, seeing it, it was like, ooh.
Oh my goodness.
So yes, it's gonna have to. Yeah, it's a lot of real stuff going on for me. I ain't really worried about no drama, but I can't wait for you guys to see it. But the show will be coming out first week of January. So yes, and Carla's working hard on making sure that the show is looking, sounding, and being amazing. He already finna start the first round of confessionals already, and we're only into episode 4, so he's already starting the first round of confessionals sometime this month, and he already starting to edit the episodes already. So go figure. Hold
I'm
on,
so
y'all.
excited.
Can you hear me?
Thank you, thank you. You there? Thank you. Say something again.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, God.
Uh,
Okay, we here. So
now hold on. Let
now
me
that we
turn my
just
mic up. Let me turn my little speaker up here. Hold on 1 second.
okay, good.
Since I can't oh, speaker. Okay. Podcast microphone, computer. Testing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Whew, thank you,
Thank
God.
God.
Thank you,
Thank God.
Lord. Have mercy.
Yes, we stalled y'all for a good 14, 15 minutes until he got that together. Thank you, Jesus. We talked about
Thank you, God.
everything.
Like, whoo.
Okay. This reminds me of your boys' night out panel show. This would be great. Yes, it will be. It will be great. Let me see what Brandon said. I would literally fight a nigga in the streets about Scotty. I'm so serious. I would fight about Scotty to the Bulldogs, and ain't met him once. So I can understand how y'all form bonds. Absolutely. But
Not
you
to the
ready,
Bulldogs.
Josiah?
Let's do it.
Okay, because I know you got another panel right after this. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going into the Belle Collective reunion. and we're gonna start it off with Letitia and Latrice. So when Carlos asks Letitia about their relationship and where is it at this moment, Letitia says that her and Latrice are in a good place. Then Carlos asks Latrice, does she trust Letitia? Latrice says
Mm-hmm.
that she still doesn't trust her. So then Latrice says that she still believes that Letitia contacted Josh. Selena says that the text message that she saw didn't look like a scheme. And then Letitia feels like, how is it that everything that Josh says is true about her, but not Latrice? And then Latrice also confirms that she doesn't talk to Josh anymore. And Letitia says that because Letitia said that, because Latrice said that she don't trust me, then I don't trust her because she will believe anything somebody will say about her. What are your thoughts on that?
I just felt like, at the end of the day, from what I understand, that Josh is just messy. Now, Josh, I heard
Yes,
that
he
Josh is
definitely is.
the Carlos King edition of Anthony from, not Anthony, but what's that boy name from Drew's assistant, Anthony, right?
Yeah, Anthony.
Yeah, messy. So he just trying to you know, get his ways up on anything, if from my opinion.
Yeah, and to be quite honest, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I was kind of glad that Latrice said that she didn't trust Letitia no more because I mean, she's nobody to trust. Like, why would you trust her? Like,
Hmm.
the thing is, Letitia has done a whole lot of shit, and it ain't really just about it ain't really just about the fact that she did things to Latrice. It's more so about the things that she did to the likes of Tamber and things like that. Like, I feel like Letitia totally forgets about the things that she be doing to people, but wants people to remember the things that she felt slighted by. And I think that's bullshit. However, now, there is a moment in this argument where I did kind of agree with Letitia because I do think that Josh is, and Josh, if you're watching, as a person, I love you down. But the shit that you have done on this show, it does look like you full of shit, okay? And when you did that interview on Bro Chat, which I did cover, you made yourself look like a whole liar and a half.
Ooh, yep.
Okay, you made yourself look like a whole damn liar. So I do understand what Letitia is saying. It's like he's lying on you, but when he say something about me, he's telling the truth. So if he's lying on you, what make you think he's not lying on me?
That's what I'm saying.
So I don't really think
Exactly.
that Josh is really that trustworthy himself. And on top of that, y'all not even friends no more. So it's like, what are you still believing anything that he's saying for? In my opinion.
Yeah, and that's the issue. They not friends. So
Thank you,
I wouldn't
Brandon.
believe in nothing Josh say. But honestly, that their foundation was frickled from the start.
You talking about Latrice and Josh?
No, Latrice and Letitia.
Letitia. I think it's
Yeah.
been, yeah, I agree with you. I think it's been like real shaky from the very beginning. Because if you remember the very first, what the hell was that?
My ring light is just pray for me.
Oh, okay. um, I feel like the thing is, I feel like it's been shaky since the first reunion. If you remember the first reunion, they were having like a dispute about that whole blog thing, and that Marie was saying that Latrice went to the blogs on them and all this other shit. And they were kind of having a thing even during that time. And then by the time we get to season 3, they beefed out. And all the stuff that Letitia be doing to people, it'd be like, girl, do you not remember what the fuck you've done? Like,
Right.
Latrice would be stupid to trust your ass again. But then the same breath, I do
I
think that
agree. I think with that situation between them two, it was nothing but mess and drama. Like, I listen, Letitia is just not trustworthy at all.
mhm,
She's
she
really
not.
not. That's the problem. Like, she be doing all this shit behind the scenes and causing up all the drama, but then want to play oblivious when stuff happen or play the victim role.
She loves playing the victim, and I think that is one of my biggest problems with Letitia is that she always playing the victim. Like, she always doing shit, and then you know what I mean. She can't stand
Hmm.
on what the fuck she does. She can't stand on it. To me, it's like, okay, you feel what I'm saying? Like what we doing here? What we talking about? Like, what we got going on here, because you're not being honest about the shit, the parts that you play in it, and now you bringing in mouthpieces like Shantae to speak your mind so you won't look bad. Got her looking bad.
Yeah. Yeah, Shanta. I mean, cause she. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like that girl. I mean, I would feel horrible if I was Shantae. Like, girl, you literally got used.
She's really getting used, but I don't think that she minds being used because she want to be on a motherfucking show so bad. I
There's
don't
some
think that
people
she
like that.
cares. I don't think she cares about being used at the fuck all. I don't think she really gives a fuck. That's just the truth. Because she wants to be relevant so bad. And baby, bye.
Right.
Like, but we're gonna get more into Shantae later because she got on my damn nerves with that prom updo she had on.
Yeah, she sure did.
Um, so we get into the whole thing with Carrie Paul. Now we wanted to they wanted to know why didn't Carrie include Letitia. Marie says that why she didn't include Letitia in this event that she was throwing, this influencer event. Instead of involving Latrice, why didn't she involve Letitia? So then Marie says that Letitia influenced Carlos to put Carrie on the show. And then she turns around and say Carrie wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. And Carrie says that she didn't use Letitia to be on the show because Letitia been wanting to, they've been in talks about her coming on this show. And Marie says that Carrie came on the show with an agenda. Now, Josiah, you want to start on this one?
Hello.
Oh, you want to start?
Oh, okay. Was I freezing up?
Yeah, you were.
My.
You were.
It's like everything is just. Anyways, yeah. So I personally felt like that. And now look, Carrie is annoying as hell, right?
Mm-hmm. She is.
But in this situation, I don't think that she was wrong. And the fact that Marie was caping for her so bad, as far as like Letitia regarding the brunches and everything, I personally feel like that, ma'am, seriously. It was just unnecessary to me. Like, she's not the it girl. Latrice has more bandwidth, more businesses. She has more, she do more. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Exactly.
Letitia cool for this show, but when
Oh
it
shit,
didn't
he
make no
freeze.
sense.
Okay. You had froze again for a second.
Can you
Say
hear
it
me?
again. Say it again because you had froze for a second.
Okay, when it mentions about the brunches and everything, like, girl, your brunches is not all that. So Marie was just doing too much.
She was doing too much. And the thing is, if we're talking about an influencer event, why would out of all the people on the cast, there's only two people that I would pick. If I was Carrie, right? If I was Carrie and I'm on the show and I want to do an influencer event and I need somebody on the cast to be a part of it and host it. There's only two people. No, not even two. There's only three people that I would ask. Number one, Latrice. Latrice has a
Mhm.
big social media following. Latrice has a big fan base. Latrice is one of the stars of the show. She has a brand. Everybody knows who she is. If they watch this show, the Jackson area, they know who Latrice is. That's one person. Number two, Selena. Selena got almost 700,000 followers. Everybody knows her from being on Bring It. She was one of the more popular figures on Bring It. She's one of the more popular figures in Jackson. She was also a big social media influencer at one point in time, and she stopped. But everybody knows Selena. She's a big name in the area. That's number two. And number three, Tambra.
Exactly.
Whether people want to admit it or not, Tambra is an important person in the greater Jackson metro area. I ain't just saying that because I like her. I'm saying it because I'm from there.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows Tambra. Out of all of the female DJs, out of all the female radio hosts in the Jackson area, there's only two people that we constantly name. There's Alice Marie from WJMI, and there is Tambra Cherie from Hot 977. Those are the only two prominent female DJs that I know
Mm-hmm.
of that I grew up knowing from listening to the radio in the greater Jackson area. So why would she need to pick Letitia? Is it because of the fact that she brought the show to Carlos King or whatever? That's not a good enough reason to include her. She ain't got no following. All she got is burnt waffles and deep fried sausages. Don't nobody want that.
Exactly. That's
Don't
it. That's
nobody want
all.
that. That's
Listen,
all
you
I'm
ain't lying
saying.
about that. And that's my thing. Like, she's so Marie going so hard in with Carrie, but this is the T though. Marie is the one who actually needs. She ain't had nothing to talk about this whole season, so she inserting herself in this beef with Carrie just so she can have something to talk about. Baby, I need you and Carrie to go in that background a little bit to kind of orchestrate some more authentic drama because y'all are pulling this shit out y'all ass.
And I will admit that Carrie did come on this show fucking with Marie. She did come on here fucking with Marie. For once, I was on Marie's side that very first season that Carrie came along because she was fucking with Marie. I ain't gonna lie, she was fucking with her. She was. She came in shading the shit out of Marie. She actually did. But when it come down to hosting this event, I really feel like Marie was doing way too much. The only three people that should have been considered was Selena, Latrice, and fucking Tambra. And that's
Exactly.
just it. That's just it. That's just it. Then for Marie to say Carrie wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. I don't know what's up with all these girls on this reunion talking about who wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. Girl, none of y'all would be here if it wasn't for Carlos. This what some of y'all got to realize and understand. I don't give a fuck who brought the show to the table. Carlos is the one that makes the final decision. If he didn't pick this show up, nobody would know you motherfuckers, and we wouldn't have no light shed on Jackson or the greater Jackson area. We wouldn't. So if you want to thank somebody, thank him. I always thank him every day for putting the spotlight on where I'm from. We don't get no spotlight. A lot of us have
Right.
to leave to get some spotlight. Hello. A lot of us have to leave. So it is what it is. So they need to realize, like, y'all need to understand who the fuck y'all giving all this praise to. Because the person you need to give it to is Carlos. Because I don't see, when I look at the opening credits, I don't see Letitia's name in there for no executive producer credit.
Mm-mm.
If it is in
Not
there,
at
I
all.
must have missed it because I don't never see her name as no damn EP. So y'all giving
Right.
her way too much.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, because at the end of the day, like that, she not making moves the way how she thinks she is.
At all. She's not. So then we get into Latrice and Tambra. Well, they're talking about Selena's wedding. I know we probably gonna slide past this because this ain't really much to get into. But they said that Latrice and Tambra didn't do much to help Selena, but they pretty much said that they did do enough to help Selena due to the fact that Selena couldn't make up her mind on stuff. So then they talked about the comment that Carrie made at the wedding when it was raining and how she was saying that, you know what they say when it rains at a wedding, it might not last and all this other stuff. So Selena called her out about that. And she also called her out for posting Mike in his tux without her permission after she told her not to. And then Carrie said that Marie Ball buys her followers. So let's get
That's
into that, Josiah.
that is crazy. Yeah. So so regarding Selena in this wedding, I mean, Selena, listen, I think that you were trying to rush this. I do not feel like that you had the money nor the funds to put this wedding together. I mean, hell, why not just wait a little bit? But I know y'all had a timeline, and I can hear Carlos in your ear trying to rush you to get this wedding together. Now,
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, you can't blame Latrice and Tamara when it was unorganized. We seen how it kind of played out. She didn't know what to do with the fabrics. It was some things that she was running super behind on. It was miscommunication with the wedding planner. So it was a lot of stuff that could have been worked on in that aspect.
Right.
But that's all I
I
have to say
agree.
about that.
I agree. I do think that Carrie did the absolute most by making that comment at their wedding. I just don't think that that is anything that you say at somebody's wedding. Like,
Yeah, so let's
girl,
Yeah. Let's talk about that now. And this is the issue with Carrie. She don't know when to shut the hell up.
she
Not
don't.
everything has to have an opinion on it. Like she's just super, super like opinionated on every single thing. I'm like, man, really?
Yeah, like I think that's the biggest issue. To be honest, I think that that is what Marie's issue is with her. Is the fact that she's always running her mouth and just doesn't know how to read the room. And that is the biggest problem. She never reads the room and she wonders why she gets the reactions that she gets. You get these reactions because you simply just don't know how to read the goddamn room. That wasn't the time for you to say no shit like that, Carrie. It just wasn't. It just wasn't the time. It just wasn't the time for you to even be saying anything. Like, what are we doing and what are we talking about?
Exactly. She's always inputting her opinion on something when nobody really asks her. But and that's what and I was looking, I was kind of watching back the episode between Kira and her husband. That man is tired of you. And I was defending you when the mama was going in on you and stuff. But Carrie do be doing a lot. Carrie
She
do be doing
do.
a lot. So it's hard to defend her when she don't know how to keep her mouth shut on certain stuff.
Exactly. Cause she that was something that she didn't have to say. And then why is she saying that Marie buys her followers?
That was so unnecessary shady. Leave Marie alone. Carrie just hate me because you ain't. I think Carrie knows that she's one of the most least favorites on this show. That's what
Yeah,
that
and
to you.
she feels like, well, I'm a go in there and I'm a fuck with her. Um, and because I'm gonna get some leeway with the fans if I come in and I fuck with her. She needs
Right.
somebody. She need a sparring partner or something. That's why I was saying, like, with this new season of the Scene ATL, please don't, the person that they was finna bring to this show that thought they was finna come up in here and fuck with me. We cried, Scotty.
Exactly.
They didn't come. They didn't show up. They didn't come. They didn't come. They didn't come.
They
They
didn't
didn't come.
come. Mm-mm.
Ugh. Cause bitch, I was sitting on ready. Ooh. Y'all gonna see the Scotty that blows the fuck up all the time if they showed up.
I can't wait to
Anyway.
see it.
Ooh. Ooh. Anyway, but yeah, I think that's what that is. Carrie just do the most for nothing. So the next part of the story is Tambra. She says that her dad is doing better, but he's not where she wants him to be. She says that her dad has dementia now, and that being a caretaker is one of the hardest parts of her life right now. Selena relates because she was her grandmother's caretaker, and then that's when Damon comes outside with London Simone. Number one, y'all know that I think that Damon is handsome as hell. He looks like a regular UPS worker, but I
Mhm.
think that he is handsome. Um, First of all, it was good to see him at a reunion because he never
He don't
comes
never.
to
Yeah, he
their
don't never pull up.
reunions.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, I was glad that she brought her baby with her to the reunion. All three of
Right.
them are there together. Um, so I don't know anything about dementia. I've never had any relatives that had dementia. I know that some of my friends, one of my friends, I think her grandmother just passed last month sometime, and I think she either had Alzheimer's or it was dementia. I think it was dementia though, but I hear things about dementia all the time, and I hear like the horror stories of people that have to like be their caretakers, and it's obviously hard, especially when they don't. Some days they don't remember who you are. It's a lot with that. Have you ever experienced a relative in your family that had dementia?
No, but I will say this: dementia is one of my biggest fears. I always, every day, I try to like train my mind and everything to make sure that I'm able to, do the things that I need to do because there's so many people that are, you know, losing their minds. And I think that's one of my biggest fears. Just constantly and it starts with the small stuff, forgetting where you lost stuff and everything. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I never had anybody to kind of in my family that experienced it, but I have heard so many horror stories of family
Mm-hmm.
members that go through that.
Yeah, because I think it was a story with like I said, I think it's dementia or Alzheimer's, but I'm really leaning on dementia. But I remember my friend telling me that her grandmother had disappeared. She in the middle of the night, she just got up or walked out the house and walked somewhere. They had to go and find, like they had to send like people out looking for her. They didn't know where she went. And her husband had passed away, so she was at the house by herself a little bit, but then my friend's mom had to
Mhm.
come and leave her own house to come and stay with her. because they didn't know if she was gonna disappear again. Like they didn't
Right.
know if she was gonna do any of that. So she had disappeared in the middle of the night, and it was scary. That was scary to hear about that. That was real scary. They winded up finding her. She wound up walking to her brother's house in the middle of the night. That's what she
Oh
wound up being.
no.
Right. It was crazy.
Oh
Like,
my goodness. And do you know how scary that is to kind of lose yourself to that? Like completely just
mhm.
lost in your mind for that? Oh my God. Like
And go ahead.
and I just ask myself, like, what causes this? That's why I try to like I just pray and I mean it's something that will, I mean, I'm not sure if this is something that can be preventable or what, but I know it's a like it runs in a family if you have family members that have it, but I'm just like, come on now.
Yeah, and then she's an older lady, and you just wandering off in the middle of the night like that, anything could happen.
Mm,
Especially where we from, anything could happen. Like there's
yeah.
niggas outside all the time, all times of the night doing shit. Ain't no telling what they could have. What if it was somebody out there, somebody could have did something to her. Ain't no telling what they could have done. So that shit
Yeah.
was scary, like for real. And I would listen to my best friend like completely, lose her own self trying to figure that shit out. Like the shit crazy. You feel what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So
It is.
but my prayers go out to Tamara and her dad because I know that's a lot. Um, so now we get into the part of the reunion that I feel like is worth our time. And plus, I know it seems like we're rushing through this. We kind of are because he does have the Heart and Hustle panel in a
Look,
little bit.
if these technical difficulties don't clear up, I might have to push it back. So don't worry about that. And nobody
Okay.
really responded. I don't know if really be nor T coming.
Well, figure that out though. Figure that out. I just don't want you to be late. But Latrice says that Shantae is Letitia's mouthpiece, and Letitia said that she don't need a mouthpiece, and I disagree.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Shantae is Letitia's mouthpiece. At the very beginning of the episode, Letitia said that everybody else can have outside noise, but when I have a person to come in and speak on my behalf, then it's a problem. So that is your mouthpiece.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. And what she was so happy to just sit up there and have her 5 minutes of fame. She literally, like, girl, you know how embarrassing you look coming at Tamara, coming in, giving unbiased opinions giving your biased opinions when you just walked up in the group. Like, it was just foolishness to me. And I know people say always everybody's excuse is like, well, Amanda, it's the same thing. No, Amanda minds her damn business. She had that one little scene and that was it. The other girl was trying to be all up in the mix
Period. And
in
that's
everything.
exactly what we finna go into now. That's what we're finna go into now. When
Oh.
Marie says that Letitia and Marie says that it's a double standard when it comes down to Shantae and Amanda. They only want to say that Shantae is outside noise, but so is Amanda. And then Latrice says it's a difference. She says that Amanda really don't be doing nothing to try to bother anybody, but Shantae absolutely does. Letitia says that Amanda humiliated her, and Shantae says that she doesn't butt in. She holds people accountable, and she feels like Latrice and Tambra need to be held accountable. Who
Mm-hmm.
told you that you were the accountability police?
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to understand, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. Who told you that you was the fucking accountability police? You and your prom updo. Who told you that? Number two, for Letitia and Marie to say it's a double standard with Amanda and Shantae, there is no double standard to me. And people have said that to us when we were doing roast and review at one point in time when it come down to Shantae and Amanda, because all of us liked Amanda more than we did Shantae. The thing about it is Amanda had an issue, really didn't have an issue, but she had a moment with one person, and that was Letitia. She didn't go into the whole group trying to fuck with everybody. That's what
Right.
this motherfucker was doing. Like, that's all Shantae do. It's one thing for you to come at Latrice, but it's another thing for you to come at Tambra, involving yourself in her personal life, trying to clock what her pussy mouth is doing. So you don't think that there's anything wrong with that? You don't think that there, and then on top of that, you want to say there's a double standard. I'll tell you what the double standard is. The double standard is this. When Amanda came on here, started, saying what she's saying, you blocked her from being a Belle. You blocked her from filming anymore, and you didn't want her around. But the next thing you know, you bring Shantae around. So Shantae can be around, but Amanda can't be around.
And yeah, so that's the double standard in itself, and that didn't make no sense. And when Letitia be doing this type of stuff that she be doing, and Marie, like I said, Marie ain't had nothing to talk about all season, so she gonna try to get in where she can at this reunion.
Mm-hmm.
It don't listen. Your points are invalid. Nobody cares. You know why? Because nobody gives a damn.
Nobody, literally nobody cares at all. Let me see. So then, when she says that Latrice and Tamara need to be held accountable, I'm like, girl, who are you? Who are you? Yeah. Then, that's what Shantae says, that Tamara has always been with this dude, this juice man dude, and then said that she was never with Damon. And then Marie says that the juice man said that he and Tamara have a relationship, and Tamara knows what it is. Shantae shows a video and it fell flat. Girl, you embarrassed yourself.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, her reason is just did not make any sense. She looks stupid as hell on that stage.
Very stupid.
She look crazy.
Look stupid as fuck.
Shantae, look, baby girl, let me hold my hand. Come here and take my hand. Hold my hand when I tell you this. Nobody wants you on a motherfucking show.
Nobody. Like, girl, even Carlos said, okay, girl, what is this supposed to prove? Even Carlos said that. Because what is it supposed to prove? And if y'all, and shout out to Carlos King, because I know he watches, but if you guys watch his Monday Night Live, Dustin, Claudia, and Blue, they were all dragging Shantae on that damn live that night and asking why was she even on the show? And those are my same questions. Why is she on the show?
Because a lot of people say, why isn't Amanda on this show? No, why is Shantae on this show? She brings nothing. Go. I heard that now that TV is hiring. Go on over there and put in the application. You might get picked, maybe, if you're interested enough on your auditions.
Right. Like, it's so crazy to me. Shantae just need to get the fuck on somewhere because she's not needed. So that's when Tamara she said she sent a cease and desist on Shantae, as she should, because Shantae keeps running her fucking mouth and don't know when to fucking close it.
Get them,
send her that damn cease and desist, as she should be sent. Okay. Right. Let's see. Amanda says that Shantae is in everybody's business but her own. Facts. Then Latrice says that Shantae talked about Letitia behind her back and said that Glenn was trying to fuck on her. Shantae denies all of that, but I just feel like Shantae is the type of motherfucker that would talk about a friend behind her back.
I can see that. I can definitely see that. And I think that Tamara had every right to sue. I mean, not sue, I'm sorry, give her a cease and desist. Like, she has every right, because what she put out was that was scandalous. Like, why would you put that back?
Exactly. Exactly. Like, why even do that? Like, why are you trying to tamper with this woman's relationship? Tamara ain't did nothing to you. So I'm trying to understand why you foaming out the mouth so bad. That's what I'm trying to understand. Someone in the comments says, but is Letitia really wrong for blocking Amanda? The problem that we have with her blocking Amanda is she's blocking Amanda, but want everybody else to deal with Shantae. So my thing is this: if you want to keep Shantae around, then why not keep Amanda around too?
Exactly. You might as well have both of them as friends of the show,
right?
And ain't no need to be okay with it.
Ain't no need for you to block one and then not block the other one. Like, you got issues with Amanda. Tambra and Latrice got issues with Shantae. Keep both of them on the show at the same time. And they got issues with each other. Like Amanda and Shantae don't like each other. So keep them on the motherfucking show.
Listen, Carlos King in production. If y'all was smart, I know these women don't want who they don't want on here, but bring them both back as friends to have a more entertaining show. If we're going that route,
okay.
Have the 6 main women all come back and then bring them 2 as friends, and I bet you some drama gonna start off because they do need some more to the
They
show
do because
right
they're
now.
because it's missing right now and
Mm-hmm.
it's really needed. You know what I'm saying? The content creator Jay Evans did an interview with Shantae and she continued to sound foolish. Shout out to Jay Evans because he is a fellow Mississippian like me. So I did watch his interview and she did look a fucking fool in that interview. She didn't do anything. I'm just saying she didn't do anything to change my mind about her in the least bit. She sounded and looked a fucking fool. Like, because she really believed that everything that she was saying was absolute fact and was correct, and it wasn't. Like, girl, bye. Um, let's see. Amanda says that everything that happened in the DMs was true, and then she says that after the scene at the pool party, she says to production that I don't want to film with her. I don't want to film with Amanda. I don't feel safe around her, and she accused Letitia trying to silence her. Letitia said that she wasn't trying to silence her, but this is a platform that she brought to the table, and you ain't gotta like her, but y'all need to respect me. Y'all need to respect me. My thing with Letitia is it's so crazy how she keeps on trying to throw her weight around. And I really had a joke to go along with that, but I'm not even gonna go there. But it's so crazy to me how she wants to throw her weight around right now about how she brought something to the table and how people need to respect her. Girl,
she sound more delusional than them women that come on Kendra G show talking about they looking a mess and want an NBA player.
My thing is this: you so hard up about people blindsiding you with stuff. You totally you act like you don't remember you doing it to other people.
Right.
You blindsided Tambra second season with your friend Tysha.
Right.
You blindsided Tambra the very next season with her damn ex that was stalking her. Like you've done some shit. You tried to sit up there and do that shit with Akeisha and Willie. Like you have done a lot of shit to people on this show. And then when the goose be too good for the gander, you can't fucking take it.
Right. That's
like,
all
girl,
I'm
grow
saying.
up.
That's it. You need to go on and grow up. Like the way how she act is just so immature. I really don't think that. Listen, if you going to bring her back, just bring her back as a friend for the mess. But she steady embarrassing herself on national TV.
Very much so, and saying that people need to respect her. Tell your husband to respect you first, and then I respect you.
Right, but like you said, she looks so happy up there to get her little 15 minutes of fame.
And Letitia got them damn angel wings on and shit. Like, girl, bye. Ain't nothing angelic about your ass, okay? But anyway, what else is going on? Shantae says that Amanda is on the show because of her.
Please. Which is not true.
Amanda is on the show because of you.
Right.
And you're not even an official cast member, but you got the power to bring somebody to a show.
Which is crazy to me, but teach his own.
You must be delusional.
Delusional.
Girl.
Do you hear me?
Like, are you serious right now? Like, I can't.
Yeah, she kind of pissed me off with that stance. I was like, sit your ass down somewhere.
That shit killed me. I'm like, girl, are you fucking? She want to be important. Shantae want to be important. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when Tambra called the juice man, and then that's when the reunion went off, child. So I will say that this reunion was a bit entertaining.
Yes, it was. I was
the reunion. The reunion made up for this lackluster second half of the season because the first half was pretty good. But I think that once they made Latrice and Letitia like bury the hatchet, it kind of fell flat after that. You know what I mean? So, and I think shows fall flat like that all the time when they're forced to be cool with one another for the sake of the show. Because that's what's going on with Love and Mayor Chancellorville. Like, well, that's what was going on with Love and Marriage Huntsville before that light skinned lady left the show and all that other stuff because she knew that she really didn't fuck with them people and they didn't really fuck with her, but they were forced to have to fuck with each
It
other.
was like forced.
Yeah, very forced. And speaking of Love and Marriage Huntsville, I had sent something to T earlier today. I was on Google and for whatever reason, I was Googling Love and Marriage Huntsville. Supposedly, it's August now.
Mhm.
Love and Marriage Huntsville supposedly comes back in September.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
they're
just a
coming back.
show that keeps on giving for what? Like,
Listen, I would say this, Josiah, and I know there is no interest of us ever doing a roaster review panel for that show. But I've been hearing really good things about this season that they're filming right now. I've been hearing a lot of shit about it. There's a possibility. There's tongues wagging about Ariane being on the show this season.
mm,
It's a lot to take in right about now. Like even Miss Wanda was on her live recently talking about how good the show is, and y'all it's probably going to be the best season that they've ever had and stuff like that. So listen, if y'all and I ain't never heard them say no shit like that. So
really?
all I'm saying is this shit better be good from the very first episode. This shit better be good. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh. Ooh
So
wee. Well, I would definitely be tuned in. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see.
oh, I'm gonna be tuned in, cause baby, I ain't got shit to review after Bill Collective over and Housewives of Atlanta over. I ain't gonna have shit to
Mhm.
review, so I'm gonna be all ears to see what's gonna go on with this. But
Mm.
we gonna see what happens. But I know Josiah is not interested in no roast review on Love and Marriage
Maybe you and
Huntsville.
T can do a collab, but who
We could
knows?
probably do one. I was thinking about that. Maybe like me and T and possibly maybe a third person like on the rocks with Jada. I really like her. And I've been thinking about
Hmm.
collabing with her anyway. And I know that she reviews Love and Marriage Huntsville. So we're gonna see. And what else? Who else would I like to probably just her because I can't see nobody else doing it with us but her,
Yeah.
but that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, shout out to Destiny. She lost her dad today. Destiny from LAMH.
Oh
She lost her dad today.
no. Okay.
Um,
Listen, I am wishing my condolences to her. What?
right. So shout out to Destiny for that. Well, not shout out to her, but my condolences to Destiny. But anyway, anyhow, we're about to go on and get up out of here. I think they got their heart and hustle panel in a few
It's yeah,
minutes.
yeah. Really B said she was it's gonna I just pushed it back to 7:15 my time. So guys, if y'all like Hard and Hustle Houston, come on over to my channel about 10 minutes. I'll promise I'll get this lighting together. I don't know
Yes,
what the hell
they
happened.
yes. That's why I'm gonna go ahead and end it so you can take out some minutes to get your setup together and stuff like that. But yes, we're about to go ahead and get up out of here. T if T is back next week, we'll be over on his page with Heart and not Heart and Hustle shit. The roaster review for Belle Collective. And like we said, the Bestie Chat podcast is about to be underway. We're about to start doing it, and when we get when me and him collectively come up with a release date, y'all will definitely hear more about it. And the whether you like it or not, it's almost over with. We got like
It's
3 more
almost
weeks
over.
into that. It's
Yes.
almost over with. And I have more songs that are problematic segments that are coming. I actually really enjoy doing that. I enjoy
Hmm.
doing that. They're very funny when I look back at it. I'm probably gonna go live again around like 10 o'clock, a little bit after their panel to talk about this stuff with Portia and Shamia because they didn't got into it on social media tonight. So I gotta talk about that. And
Who?
Portia and Shamia.
Oh God.
Right. They are the kid that the gift that keeps on giving, child. Cause listen. But that's about it, you guys. So we're about to go on and get up out of here. Make sure you guys go straight over to Josiah's page for the Heart and Hustle Houston panel. I'm about to share the link to my community wall. With that being said,
I appreciate it.
we are out of here and